Sean Diddy Combs and Barack Obama, two icons, their friendship seems unstoppable, a perfect blend of fame and politics. But now, after Diddy's shocking arrest, the world is left questioning everything. Was their bond built on trust, or was it a cover for something far more dangerous?
Alright, thanks. I love you, man. Bye. I got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
What if their connection was just the tip of a dark, twisted conspiracy that would unravel everything we thought we knew? Sean Diddy Combs, known to the world as Diddy, wasn't just your average rapper or music mogul. He was a force, larger-than-life figure whose name became synonymous with success, power, and the unrelenting pursuit of more. Back in the 90s, he was shaping hip-hop, pulling stars like the Notorious B.I.G. out of the streets and into the spotlight, turning Bad Boy Records into one of the biggest labels in the game. But Diddy's influence wasn't confined to just his music or his business ventures. By the time he was dominating the charts and filling arenas, he was also becoming a symbol, a voice for change. People weren't just following his career, they were listening to what he had to say, and Diddy knew it. He understood the weight of his platform and wasn't afraid to use it for something bigger. And this wasn't just about the music. No, Diddy had bigger plans. He wasn't only going to take over the entertainment, he was going to take over culture. Flash forward to 2004, and Diddy was ready to step in new territory, politics. But instead of going the traditional route, he did what Diddy does best. He flipped the script. He launched the Vote or Die campaign, a bold initiative designed to mobilize young voters in the US presidential election.
And they're not bringing up the issues, and they're not making strong enough commitments for our votes. So we have to be undecided, we have to hold our votes, and we have to just hear what they have to say. And tomorrow, if they don't talk about...
No one had ever seen anything like it before. Politics, normally a stuffy, old-school affair, was suddenly cool, edgy, and, well, Diddy. He used his massive celebrity to turn out the youth vote in a way that hadn't been done before, making the act of voting not just a duty, but a lifestyle. Vote or Die became a catchphrase, a battle cry for a generation that had been largely ignored by politicians. Diddy has successfully made political engagement a part of the mainstream conversation. But that was just the beginning. Diddy's involvement in politics was more than a one-off stunt. It was a taste of what was to come. His role as an influencer was shifting from the entertainment industry to the political arena. This wasn't just about getting people to vote. It was about using his power to push the needle on change. Politicians started taking notice, and just like that, Diddy was more than just a rapper. He was an insider. Diddy's connections weren't just about being in the right room at the right time. They were more strategic. Because, as we all know, when you start playing the political game, you don't just get close to power, you become the power. And that's exactly what Diddy did. But how deep did his connections run? What happened behind closed doors that no one saw? Was Diddy truly just a voice for change? Was his political rise just the beginning of a much bigger plan? The answers were still to come. Fast forward to 2008, when Barack Obama's campaign electrified the nation. Obama was inspiring a movement, a promise of hope and change that resonated with millions. For Diddy, a man whose career had always been about empowerment, Obama's message was a perfect match. Diddy had spent years using his platform to uplift voices and fight for social change. And here was a candidate who was doing the same.
Introduce yourself again for me, sir.
I'm Barack Obama. I'm the U.S. Senate candidate from the state of Illinois.
And you becoming a black Democratic senator, this is a big deal. This is a big deal.
Well, absolutely. You know, we've got 100 U.S. senators from across the country, and right now not one is African American.
Diddy always wanted to leverage his celebrity, didn't hesitate to throw his full support behind Obama. He became one of the most visible figures, backing the then senator, using his influence to rally the youth vote. He appeared at rallies, participated in fundraisers, and used his media empire to amplify Obama's message. This partnership was mutually beneficial. Diddy's endorsement gave Obama's campaign the kind of mainstream pop culture appeal that couldn't be bought with just ads or speeches. It was a signal that Obama was a movement, one that transcended race, class, and politics. Diddy was in the mix, right alongside the political elite. But his connection to Obama went beyond just making headlines.
You living in the Hamptons, we don't want to hear that, and this and that. I feel you. So what can you say to those disenfranchised young brothers and sisters that really need the help, that need a change, and that are hitting me with this, and I'm here to try to get some answers for them?
Well, listen, things aren't going to change overnight, and folks are still going to have to be responsible for themselves. So it's going to be important for our young brothers and our young sisters to get an education where they can, to focus and discipline on their dreams and how they move them forward. Nobody's going to solve everybody's problems, and so people still got to have some initiative, but it makes a difference once you've decided that you're going to take responsibility for having these big dreams, that somebody's there to give you a helping hand.
For Diddy, Obama's presidency wasn't just a victory for the country, it was a victory for him. Obama's rise to the highest office in the land opened doors for Diddy in ways he had never imagined. Suddenly, he wasn't just an entertainer, he was part of an exclusive club, rubbing elbows with political powerhouses. As Obama's presidency unfolded, Diddy became a high visible supporter, leveraging his immense celebrity to amplify the administration's message. One of the most notable moments of their partnership came when Diddy participated in initiatives aimed at improving education and fostering entrepreneurship within underserved communities. Diddy's presence at events like the White House Correspondents' Dinner and his participation in community outreach programs made it clear that their connection went beyond the superficial. Obama represented the aspirations of a diverse America, a nation striving for change, and Diddy symbolized the cultural and economic power of black excellence. But as with most powerful relationships, there was more happening behind the scenes than the public eye could see. In the shadows of their public appearances, private meetings and strategic collaborations played a key role in cementing their bond. Diddy's charitable foundation, notably his Sean Combs Foundation, often partnered with Obama's administration on community-based projects aimed at empowering youth and providing resources for education. The collaboration between their foundations raised questions. However, reports suggest that Diddy used his access to Obama's administration to advance not only his philanthropic interests, but also his business endeavors. Some critics pointed out that Diddy's extensive network of contacts within Obama's inner circle allowed him to further entrench himself into the political elite, while many viewed Diddy's actions as part of his ongoing effort to elevate black communities. There were whispers that his influence extended beyond mere charity. This blending of business, philanthropy, and political clout raised eyebrows. Diddy's involvement in education initiatives seemed to give him access to high-level government discussions. Fast forward to recent years, and suddenly, Diddy's name has been caught up in a storm of controversy. Allegations of assault, abuse of power, and enabling harmful behaviors within his sphere of influence have resurfaced. Some critics argue that friendships like the ones between Diddy and Obama can sometimes offer a layer of protection, shielding individuals from accountability. This theory only gained traction as new accusations against Diddy surfaced, sparking the question: did Obama's administration knowingly turn a blind eye to Diddy's alleged misconduct? The very nature of power dynamics, both in Hollywood and Washington creates an environment where the powerful often have the means to protect each other. While Obama has yet to publicly comment on the allegations against Diddy, the lingering question remains: how much did Obama know? Was he ever made aware of the darker side of Diddy's empire? Some argue that these questions will never be fully answered, but the mere speculation highlights a crucial issue: how often the lines between personal friendships, political power, and moral accountability blur in the corridors of power. The truth, it seems, is harder to uncover than ever, leaving the public to wonder if the friendship between Diddy and Obama was as perfect as it appeared, or if there were darker forces at play. As Diddy faces new scrutiny, the friendship that once seemed so genuine now raises more questions than answers. How much of their alliance was rooted in real friendship? And how much was a calculated power play? Diddy's relationship with Barack Obama might steal the spotlight, but let's not forget about the other political figures he's rubbed elbows with. One big name on that list is Kamala Harris. Yup, the first female vice president herself. Diddy's been pretty vocal in his support of Harris, her policies on racial justice, criminal reform, and equality. Diddy's all in. But Diddy's not the type to play favorites based on political party lines. He's also crossed paths with President Donald Trump, though it's safe to say that Diddy wasn't exactly rolling out the red carpet for him. The two met back in 2016, and although they didn't exactly hit it off like best pals, their chat reportedly centered around urban development and power dynamics. It's just another example of Diddy's unique ability to work with anyone. He's all about using his platform to stay visible and influential, no matter the political play. Diddy's got his knack for navigating both sides of the political aisle. He knows that maintaining relevance means being able to engage with different types of people, progressives, conservatives, you name it. His connections with both Obama and Trump prove that he's no stranger to playing the game, always staying in the spotlight while making his political voice heard. The more Diddy's influence spreads, the more complicated his legacy becomes. His dedication to social justice, particularly for Black Americans, is something that's earned him respect from both fans and political leaders. His political connections, while impressive, do leave a lot of people questioning his true motivations. Was it all a self-serving agenda at play? Was he really just trying to help? The reality is that Diddy's power, his wealth, media empire, and cultural influence gives him the kind of sway that can escape politics and public opinion. But that same power comes with a lot of responsibility. The line between being a celebrity with a cause and a celebrity using politics for personal gain is incredibly thin, and Diddy's walk down that line raises questions that we can ignore. At the end of the day, Diddy's legacy is messy, but what's clear is that Diddy's journey in the political world is far from over. And as we watch it unfold, we're left to wonder just how much of his influence is about genuine change and how much is about keeping his name in the headlines. But what do you think? What else is Diddy hiding? Are there still any secrets that are yet to be revealed? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you want more Diddy content, make sure to check out our channel. For the latest updates, don't forget to click on the subscribe button and turn on your notifications.